Hello and welcome or welcome back to Internet Introvert. I'm Micah, an introvert on the internet. Today we're going to be talking about why I quit working at 24. Now I've tried to give this video a bare bone structure, but I go off on tangents. So I'm just letting you know that from the beginning. But I'm going to divide this video into chapters, if you will. The first chapter is going to be my history with careers. In terms of my history with careers and the world of work, I don't know if it was ever a real thing for me growing up. I really don't know. I don't know. Like, when children are younger, like, when you ask them what they want to grow up, when you ask them what they want to be when they grow up, children say a fireman, policewoman, doctor, pilot. I think I said I wanted to be a pilot. That was like really young. That was like super like childhood young. But like as an adolescent, when you're supposed to be thinking about those things a little bit more seriously, I don't think that I thought about those things. Not in a serious way. I did school and I did well in school because I was, smart. But in terms of like, what am I going to do after? What is, a feasible career for me? Now, I did go to university and I did study an environmental degree because I was good at environmental science in school. In my first year of university, I literally even received like a grant because I did so well in my environmental degree. But they offered me a job and did I take it? No. Because I didn't feel personally connected to the work that they wanted me to do. And I felt intimidated by it. I think I was trying to get a job at like KFC or something. Versus like getting an environmental job that's more in line with your degree that obviously would have looked better to employers now. Did I even get the KFC job? No. So that vacation was kind of wasted. But I think that vacation is when I started doing my little YouTube videos. There's a story that's actually going on at the same time of my adolescence and my university years. And it's youtube.com. This platform, television as well, but youtube.com, that with the sun, that I would say actually did influence what I wanted to do because I saw young people like me basically becoming celebrities and basically being known for whatever creative thing they do. And that was something that actually interested me because I grew up loving stuff like High School Musical, Victorious, iCarly, blah, blah, blah. The typical, creative child television. And YouTube was like a real way that, young people, adolescents, were kind of making careers off of sharing their lives, sharing their skills. So that's what I was doing in university. That summer when I did not want to take the summer job for the environmental degree, that's what I was doing. Reacting to Pretty Little Liars. Now, that did get me paid eventually, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Because of things like YouTube, I saw young people like myself springboarding into music careers, which is something I was always interested in growing up. Music, making music. And to me, that was really fascinating. Now, of course, most of these people were American, and if you hear the accent, not American. But, some of them were Canadian, big difference. And some of them, one was like Australian. But it seemed like, wow, it's possible for creative people to create their own lane. And, this was basically a new type of job that was starting. And I really liked that. Now, back then, though, I did not have the right equipment to try to be a YouTuber properly. I actually tried to be a YouTuber in 2014 using an old tablet where the video quality looked like butt, singing a Frozen medley on YouTube. Even when I filmed other videos, I had like friends making fun of me. Anyway, so we put that career on the back burner for a while until I picked it back up in university. But, something that makes a career, okay, here, is that it makes money. I mean, that's literally what makes it a career versus like a hobby. It makes you money. So, we flash forward some years and I leave university. And I think university protected me from thinking about the outside world in terms of like super practical means because in university, if anybody asks me anything, while I was there, I could just say, I'm in university. Oh, what are you doing now? I'm in university. That's people's favorite question to ask a young person. What are you doing? Are you working? But luckily, when you say you're in university, they basically have nothing else to ask besides what are you studying, and then that's the end of the conversation. They don't expect you to be working if you're a full-time university student. But I lost that eventually. Like when you leave university, I mean, you could try to extend it for as long as possible, but you leave. What the hell are we gonna do now? That's basically how I felt. Now it's like, okay, you gotta find that job. So I was about, how old was I? 22 going on 23, doing the whole job interview process and applications. I know people are on your butt a little bit more, on my butt a little bit more. And I hate that feeling. It was really annoying because at that point, I had been doing YouTube for like multiple years. And I had seen the rise and fall and the rise of so many different people who were now starting to become younger than me. That's the thing. That's the thing. Before, I was with the young crowd. Everybody was 17, 16. I was 14. You know, everybody was 20. I was 19. Like, but now, everybody's 16. I'm 22. It's a different feeling. You are definitely in a different class now, but they're 16, but they're living on their own. You see, this is where YouTube was bad for my mentality. They're living on their own, their careers that you're making videos. Did I mention none of these people were from where I'm from? I have to say it again. But it didn't stop me from having the same dreams as them, from having the same career goals as them, from wanting to make money the same way that they were making it. This is the reality of the world of work section. Now I'm fresh out of university, applying to jobs, realizing I hate job applications. I despise it. I don't like the interview process. I don't like lying. Why do you want to work here? I want money. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Hopefully not working here, working for myself. What? You really think that I want to be an admin assistant forever? You think I want to grow in Mark's, fire truck company? No, I don't want to grow in your company. I want to get the heck out of here. And I want to do what I saw the other young people with the same dreams as me doing. They don't like when you answer like that because then they realize, wait, okay, we're not going to have this asset, this resource for as long as we'd like to. And we may be back here doing a job interview literally 6 months from now if this person's life goes the way that they are working for it to go. So you get nothing if you are honest like that. So just lie. But you have to be given opportunities to lie. So now you learn, okay, let me lie. But then nobody's really paying attention to you because you haven't had formal work in a year. Where that gap? What's that gap about? That was my predicament. And the pandemic and opportunities being harder, wanting remote work because it's so annoying to have to go in an office, being more interested in things like social media than environmental management, because that's what I grew up really paying attention to. That's what I watch so many videos on YouTube on how to become a YouTuber and how to become a social media influencer, how to go on Instagram, all those different things, because that is what I wanted to do. I wanted to be self-employed. I did not want to work for anybody. I did not want to feel like I needed another person's validation. I didn't want to pretend to be somebody who I'm not, even if it was for coin. But it was taxing on the mind, the reality of the world of work, taxing on the mind, the effort, the expectations of people around you because, oh my God, you're 23 now, you're 24 now, what you doing? But you know what? I eventually got a job. I answered mostly honestly for those things and I was able to get a little job. And did I like the job? Let's cut the BS. It was a job being basically a customer service rep at a financial institution. Did I like the job? No, it was not for me. I felt like the skill level to my degree ratio in terms of the compensation was not it. And then in terms of the work that I was doing was not it. Now looking back, I'm like, the work that I had to do was so easy in terms of like the actual work itself. But and that's something I could think of super far removed from that job because I did leave at 24. But there were so many days when I would literally have like sweat stains by like 9:30 a.m. because I was so stressed from the work that had to be done, and it was fast paced. If you see fast paced, don't go do that. Yeah. It was a job where I think somebody who was extroverted, somebody who, could live in the moment, who exercised good willpower, who was not bored of doing mundane tasks, who was really about optimization and efficiency, they could have done that job and not really cared. I was also still trying to do my social media thing on the side. And it's like when you reach home at 5 o'clock, and I did not have a light like I do now. That's the end of the day. Like literally, that is the end of the day. So that's 5 days out of the week where you literally can't do anything. And then you have 2 days on the weekend where you don't feel like doing anything because these are my 2 days free from doing anything. So to try to have like a side hustle, there's some people who just it doesn't work for them. That is okay. It was very tough to balance those two things for me. And I just did not like the environment. It was very stressful. I didn't like dealing with customers. Even though I didn't have to do it often, I didn't want to do it. And I think the biggest thing was, again, the internet. Seeing that there were people who did not have to do what I was doing. It was very, very troubling. And something that I should have mentioned earlier is that I did have some success with my music before, twice, where I was able to buy myself a laptop. I was getting, not a whole lot of money per month, but like if it had multiplied by 10, it would have been good. But, I saw some success and I saw that it was possible that things could go my way. I did get paid from all those videos that I made in university. It was just like, I know that this life is possible because I got a taste of it, one, and I see people doing it. So why am I here? Why am I here not living this life, being stressed every day, fantasizing about quitting literally every day? I let the contract expire and I got the heck out of it. Did I have a real plan? No, I had an introverted feeling plan, like, so at 24 years old, I basically left the world of work. Things did not go exactly the way that I expected them to. And I wasn't able to make a career out of music and social media as quickly as I would have hoped. So I had to kind of get back into it and send those applications and try again. Do I don't know how many interviews again I did after that. Probably literally just one. But I know I sent a lot of applications out and it was just rejection, 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 not answer, not answer, not answer, not answer. And these things also just weigh so heavily on the mind. It's like, because imagine leaving the world of work, coming back to the world of work with your tail between your legs because you want to eat some bread and, cheese and ham as well, not just bread and butter. So you come back, tail between your legs, you gain some more skills. So I did a social media certificate so that, you can explain the gap a little bit better. And then you're not getting the opportunities that you want. And you're coming back to do something you don't even want to do, and it becomes much more difficult, or it feels much more difficult. It was debilitating. All the while you still have a social life that you would like to facilitate and grow and create new experiences with, but experiences in the adult world take dinero, they take money. Even getting to another friend's house has a cost. Friends' birthdays, they have costs. Family birthdays, they have costs. Life experiences have costs attached to them in a capitalist society because everything has a cost attached to it in a capitalist society. And then let's add to that psychological weight. Imagine knowing that you are super skilled. You've learned to edit for a million years. You know how to do thumbnails. You know a bit of graphic design. You understand how to do content strategy because you did the damn certification. I'm describing myself by the way. You're skilled, and you still can't find something to do. And even if you can't find something to do, you still haven't been able to create the opportunity for yourself. Imagine the psychological toll of that. I got depressed last year. At 25, that was the lowest I ever felt because of the world of work and because of career not going the way that I desired for it to go. And also, I would say not going the way that I worked for it to go. I was putting in the work and I tried so many different types of businesses. 2020, COVID, not just 2020, but 2021 too. Drop shipping. It was about print on demand. I tried so many different types of niches for social media, lifestyle content creator, food. If you check this place, if you check this channel, I tried to make a short film because those kind of do well on YouTube. Did not work. Music, tried that, did not work. TikTok, Instagram, and in 2022, I broke. I had a breaking point, and I basically quit everything. I thought I was living in a meritocracy. I thought I was living in a meritocracy. I thought I was living in a society where if you put in the work, you actually get back what you put in. And at that point, my hope was murdered because it was like, okay, I left this job a year now, and I have not been able to make something of myself while I go on YouTube every day and as a new bitch going viral every motherfucking day. Like I have to say like that. A new bitch going viral every day. And I'm over here literally wanting my video to pass 500 views. I'm literally wanting my music streams to go up by literally just, 1,000 while I'm seeing people making videos of similar quality or sometimes not even slaying, getting sponsorships, eating, changing their lives, moving, while I'm here not doing any of those things. Ooh, it was a give up. It was a I'm done. And I think at that time I also got some hate comments, so that was annoying too. It's like, ooh, where are the benefits? And I think that in terms of trying to make social media a career, I told you that I tried so many things. And I tried to look at it in a very like logical way too. I tried to insert, that kind of corporate 9 to 5 mentality into it in terms of like doing the things that are potentially more profitable or doing the things that I see other people doing and having success with. Basically being ingenuine. And the thing that I hated the most about the world of work and the job that I was in, which was not being myself. I employed it and it didn't work, which was even worse, even more psychologically damaging, is when you adopt the strategies that people tell you need to do and then you don't get any results from it. So what is the trade? What are you trading? If you're trading your identity, you at least need to be paid. And the depression was dark and it was deep. And I do want to tell that story in a separate video talking about, that depressive period and how that really impacted me. I'm out of there now, okay, because this is just about work. And, I'm still here on social media, on the internet, because I am not going to put this, not platform. I am not going to put this path on a pedestal. Social media work is not special. There are people who are living their lives, making livable wages, watching old, doing their makeup and discussing true crime. There are people dressing up as hot dogs, reacting to movies. Cooks, there are people who have changed their lives by making ramen 5 million times. Families showing too much of their lives, but people doing crappy dances, and it's not special anymore. And I'm not saying that it's not special anymore, so I don't want it. I'm saying it's not special anymore, meaning it should not be placed on this pedestal and it shouldn't be something that's hard to achieve, because it's not hard to achieve, because anybody can do it. And if anybody can do it, I can do it. And I still want that for myself. I still want that control. I still want that entrepreneurship type of career. And I still want to be in control of that. I do not want to answer to anyone. I realized my purpose last year, which was I'm a storyteller. I'm here to tell stories, tell creative stories. And that is what I have to offer the world. My creative stories with my values, with my insight, the way I see the world, which speaks to humanity, which inspires other people. And that is not so out there. I don't want to be a unicorn. My desire is not something that somebody else hasn't already done. And this is a part of that. In addition to my music, I do like having something like this where I just get to share. Not have to do a bunch of stupid, not stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid to me. Not have to do a lot of stupid post production stuff that I don't want to do to try to increase the value of the video. There are people who don't do that. There are people who literally sit down and record on their iPhones in crap adapt lighting, and they just tell people their story and they live. They say this video is sponsored by BetterHelp, and they live. So no, I'm not allowing the limitations to make me feel limited anymore. I've always wanted to share who I am, to inspire other people, to entertain other people. Being my own boss, getting to be creative, getting to tell my stories, it is possible for me. It's not a fairy tale, and people do want to listen. The video that's doing the best on my channel right now is a 26-minute long video of me just rambling. No background music, you know, no graphics, just me speaking. But that's what I want and where I am now. I hope that my rant at the end there was a little bit inspiring. If this is the first time you're seeing me, I do recommend that you watch this video, which talks about my experience in life thus far, feeling kind of like the world is against me. And I hope that this video is inspiring to you no matter what field you're in. I think we could all relate to having a passion and feeling like it's fighting against you and feeling like maybe it's not for you because of who you are and how you interpret things. But we have to claim it. You're not the first sensitive person to do what you're doing.